What's up, guys? Stock Picks by Tim here, and as of this video here today, the Fed is going to have their meeting, so we definitely got a red day today. Most of us were expecting this, and once the meeting actually happens, there is usually a rise if what is expected actually happens. If they give us some more hawkishness, if they give us a 0.75 rate hike, then of course we're going to see a drop, but it's already expected to see a 0.5% increase, so if we get that, we will likely see a little rally. Now in this video, I'm going to go over earnings for 5 stocks. And let's start off with Lucid. And Lucid's earning date is expected on May 5th. Now you'll see on the chart, this one just has been in a continued downtrend. Now I got out of Lucid at the end of last year in the high 30 area. Didn't get the top, but made a decent profit on it. Haven't really looked at it since. I personally think NIO's a better deal. Lower market cap. NIO's at like a $26 billion market cap. Lucid is at about a $30 billion market cap. Lucid isn't putting out as many vehicles as NIO currently. And Lucid, actually, their last earnings, they gave an outlook that they expected less cars than they previously announced. So we got to tune into Lucid's next earnings call. We're going to get some information there. Hopefully they don't push that number down further. But let me know what you guys think about Lucid in the comments below. I'm not planning on investing in this one, just want to let you guys know the earnings is coming up. Next up is Astra, and this one's reporting earnings on the 5th. And we're going to get a lot of information there about their future launches, about their Rocket 4 that they've been designing and working on a launch at the end of the year here. We're going to get some information on that. We're also going to get some more color on the Leo Stella partnership or deal, supplying thrusters to Leo Stella. That's going to add to Astra's revenue. And looking at the chart here, you'll see we're in like a downward wedge. We broke out of it, kind of flipped it as a support level. Now we're kind of trading sideways. We are creating higher lows here, coming up to earnings. So if earnings comes out good, I do expect that this is going to be the bottom. This like 270 area, roughly right under 3 is the bottom, I personally think. And if we get some good earnings on this one, we can definitely come up. In the market lately, earnings coming up is typically a negative catalyst. There's a lot of fear lately. Everyone's kind of weary with inflation and with supply problems, thinking that companies are going to have a tough time beating revenue expectations. And I think that's how it's just going to be for a while. Sometimes earnings can be a bit of a positive catalyst. You can get a little hype into earnings, but more often than not, there usually is a little bit of uncertainty leading to earnings. The market doesn't like uncertainty, and typically before earnings, there's a little bit of a sell. I see Astra as a great time to add if you have a long-term outlook on it. I personally think Astra is a great price right now. And next up is going to be Workhorse, or Wkhs, and I don't talk about this one as often as I used to. There really isn't a lot going on. The company is very, very quiet, but be aware their earnings is coming out the 10th. Now, Workhorse is expecting 14,000 in revenue. I expect that they're not going to get anything personally. I think they're still producing their vehicles. I don't think they sold any yet. That's just what I think. I'm not sure. Now, I believe they said they were going to be starting to sell vehicles towards the middle to the end of the year. So this revenue expectation, I don't know if they're going to hit that. I mean, it's only 14,000, but regardless, if you're not selling any vehicles, you're not going to have any revenue. So keep an eye on that. See if we actually do sell some vehicles. If we get some news on any vehicles sold, I kind of doubt it personally. I think that's going to be more towards the end of the year. There's going to be a lot of information on Workhorse's earnings, so definitely keep an eye on that, their earnings call. I will be covering their earnings call, so stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe and stick around. But this one has reached a low point of about 260, and as of late, it has been hitting higher lows. I don't want to see us even get under $3 personally. I hope earnings comes out decent, although I wouldn't be surprised if we sell off after earnings, if we miss this revenue, if just the outlook, maybe they push things back a little bit more. Just keep an eye on this one. Definitely high risk, but high reward as well. And another high risk, high reward, Bngo, Bionanogenomics. I see this at its price as a great time to get in, and earnings is coming up on May 5th. And this has in fact been confirmed, so get ready for Thursday the 5th for Bionano's earnings, and I will likely cover it. Now, as you can see recently here, we kind of get this dip, and then we get a rip, dip, and the rip. We had the dip. I'd expect next is going to be our rip if earnings comes out decently. If we miss on EPS or revenue very badly, this can definitely sell off, create new lower lows. But I think once earnings come through, and if we even just do decent, slightly beat, or just okay, I think that uncertainty will be past us, and this can go on that next rip. Now, I see this long term as a great time to add, and looking at it short term, if you want to play this momentum, you could always set a stop loss and just ride that momentum up, wait for it to turn around. We are not yet there yet. I expect that we would likely start curling and turning right after earnings. And of course, if earnings goes great, we might gap up and then possibly fill that gap. So it kind of depends on where Bionanogenomics moves. You know, if earnings comes out and it just beats and we get a huge gap up like 10-20%, of course you don't necessarily want to chase that. But you know, if we get like a little, 5% boost after hours or something from the earnings, I would still be fine with adding at that price. And I think under $2, it's an absolute steal. And I don't think we're going to see it under $2 for very long, especially if earnings comes out good, if we get some good updates and some good outlooks there. Thanks so much for watching so far, guys. Next up, we're going to get into Matterport or MTTR. And if you don't mind hitting the like and subscribe and ringing that notification bell, I definitely appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. And don't forget to check out the links below for some free crypto, free stocks, and BlockFi's credit card. And this one's reporting on May the 10th, so coming up very soon. And as a quick side note, Matterport just expanded their presence in Japan to support growing demand for the digital twin platform. Demand is there. Now, looking at this one, it has been trading extremely sideways. Ever since about the end of January, it's been kind of just on a very, very slow downtrend, a little bit of bouncing around. We are currently at our low point, coming up to earnings. So once this earnings comes out, if we get some good future outlook, that's what we need. Last time we got a not very good future outlook. We need, most importantly, that future outlook, okay? If they slightly beat on earnings, no big deal. I want to see a good outlook. That's what's really important here. And that's what the market's really watching lately. The market wants to be reassured of the future and that, you know, that uncertainty of just raising rates, the uncertainty of inflation, the uncertainty of supply problems are all contributing to this just pessimism in the market and fear leading up to earnings. So keep an eye on Matterport MTTR and tune into that earnings call. We're going to get some information on their outlook and some future guidelines. But that's all I got for you for now, guys. I will be putting out another video in just a little bit, likely covering CleanSpark's mining update. They should be dropping it anytime now. Now, what's your favorite stock pick? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time, take it easy.